Ohio State Reformatory in Mansfield opened in 1896 and continued operations until it closed in 1990. During its 94 years of operation, more than 150,000 men were incarcerated here. Since then, this historic site has been the location of many movies, including The Shawshank Redemption. The dramatic structure was designed by architect Levi Schofield, using Gothic, Richardsonian, and Chateau-style elements inspired by European architecture. The design was intended to promote a rebirth of inmates' spirituality and repentance. The concept of the reformatory was to house young, first-time offenders and promote education, vocational training, and religion. This philosophy had a high success rate in inmate rehabilitation. The front portion of the building housed administrative offices, as well as living quarters for the warden and his family, the chaplain, and guests. Due to overcrowding, inadequate funding, and deteriorating conditions, the reformatory was eventually closed. There were plans to demolish the facility as new correctional institutions were built. Fortunately, the Mansfield Reformatory Preservation Society was formed and saved the property, and ultimately took over the property from the state of Ohio in 2000. The society provides a variety of tours and events that generate revenue for ongoing preservation. We took the Behind the Bars tour, which was an excellent way to learn the history of the facility. This site is also known for paranormal phenomena. Many tours begin on the second floor in the administration offices. These stairs are not wood, but steel, and could serve as a fire escape, as there were no external fire escapes. This area served as the warden's residence and administrative offices. Also located here is the Ohio Penitentiary Museum. The Ohio State electric chair and death chamber are on display, although no executions took place at this site. Here are examples of weapons made by inmates, and the tools guards use to protect themselves. Here is the cornerstone and time capsule that had been placed at the original construction. Our tour passed through the central guard room. This was the control center of the reformatory and the intake and processing area for incoming prisoners. The west cell block was completed first, followed by the east cell block. The first 150 prisoners were transferred here when the facility opened in 1896. Much of the subsequent construction was completed by inmates. Tours highlight many filming locations from the Shawshank Redemption. The west cell block has 5 tiers, with 30 to 35 cells each, and a capacity of approximately 750 inmates. Lower-risk inmates were housed here. Inmates initially spent only 8 hours in their cells at night, with the rest of the day devoted to work, education, and religious activities. The facility eventually became a self-sufficient city, with its own power plant, a 1,600-acre working farm, a furniture factory supplying state offices and schools, a shoe factory, a clothing factory producing uniforms, a print shop, and a machine shop. The east cell block was completed next. It is the largest freestanding steel cell block in the world, with 6 tiers and 2 ranges of 50 cells on each level. Originally designed for 1 inmate per cell, it later housed 2, bringing its capacity to around 1,200 men. On this cell block, the walkways are enclosed to protect inmates from going over the railings. Do not close any of the doors, as there are no longer keys available to unlock the cells. Inmates were allowed to shower once a week. The sights, sounds, and smells of these cell blocks must have been overwhelming. Spiral staircases were used by guards to quickly access the tiers. This area was used for maximum security and solitary confinement. The Fields High School provided inmates with a high school education, and some college courses were also offered. Inmates earned small wages while gaining vocational skills such as drafting, engineering, plumbing, steam fitting, welding, bricklaying, and electrical work. This attic housed hundreds of low-risk inmates after the fire of the Ohio State Penitentiary that necessitated the transfer of prisoners here. This is the hospital, which had a full medical staff. There was also a library with thousands of volumes. Here is the chapel. There is also a museum dedicated to the Shawshank Redemption to explore during your visit. Many elements and props from the movie are on display, including the safe used in the warden's office, the doorknobs that were made as replicas of the originals on the door of the office of the prison supervisor, and the tunnel that Andy used for his escape.
When that door bursts open and the time he shoots himself, the thing he sees is his wife's picture and the notion of the shame.
In addition to the Shawshank Redemption, other films shot here include Harry and Walter Go to New York, Tango and Cash, Air Force One, and Judas and the Black Messiah, along with numerous music videos and paranormal shows. This area served as sleeping quarters for single guards and was also used in the Shawshank Redemption for the halfway house scenes where Brooks and Red lived after their release. Also located here is the North Central Ohio Industrial Museum, highlighting the region's manufacturing past and present. It is housed in the former kitchen, which served up to 3,000 individuals daily. This is the Schofield Cafe and Museum Store. We were granted our parole and were able to leave. This completes our visit to the Ohio State Reformatory. Thank you for watching.